What's going on, guys? Killer6 back with another legendary item guide for you, and today we're taking a look at Kyle's neglected opening auger mine and the boss inside of that, who is named Voraxis. He is a giant quake thresher and he is a pretty crazy fight. You can kill him pretty quick though, and again, make sure you don't farm him on ultimate mode. It doesn't do you any good unless you just want to challenge yourself. There's no benefit to doing it on there, and it will not give you better loot. We start from the stock room and we just go straight over to there. In order to do the auger mines, you will have needed to have done some of Terminus range and unlock the ability to see and enter the auger mines. So until you do that, you won't be able to fight this guy. So the easiest path to get to this guy is to just start from the stockroom silo, like we've done with several of the other bosses in the past. And what we're going to do is we're going to just jump out there and head toward that lake, just like we did when we farmed for the Slippy. So make sure you grab yourself some ammo and check the machine, make sure there's not anything in there that you need. We're going to just jump out and head right toward this lake, and you want to head almost directly toward this silo looking thing over here. What we do when we get to about right here where the lake turns into like a little creek is we're going to just hang a left, and there's going to be this little hole in the ground over here that turns into a cave back here in the back. Now you do have to have done some stuff over in the Terminus range area so that you can see these doors when you get to them, but as long as you've done a little bit of Terminus range, you don't even have to have done everything in Terminus range. Just probably, I think it's like the first couple of story missions, then you should be able to see and go through these doors. The only parts that are confusing throughout this area is there's gonna be a couple times where you have to like break through a piece of wood. So just be on the lookout for this. And when you find those, you can just go right through there and just keep following that path, and you will eventually end up at the boss. And here we are at the boss area. So make sure you grab yourself some ammo, check your vendors. Your first time here, you won't have the Moxie's big encore machine, but every time after you kill him the first time, that thing will be there. I am on Ultimate 5. You do not need to be on Ultimate 5 for this. That's just really to test yourself, test your build, see how you feel about everything. This guy's not weak to shock, by the way, so me shooting him with this is definitely less effective than if I'd come in here with the Peacebreaker cannons. And as you see on the first run, we got nothing. And after that, you'll have the Moxies respawn there. You can just farm him to your heart's content. Again, you don't need to be on ultimate mode, so don't waste your time. See, told you. We were on a bad seed, now we have a good seed, and we're gonna have can you please stop? Move it. Oh, we got two drops. We got the Darkbeast and yes. All right, up first, let's take a look at the Potato Thrower, the 4th. I don't know why they had to have the 4th in there. Like, there was 3 others in other games before this. I don't know of them, but whatever. This gun is a Torg legendary assault rifle, and the gold text on this one reads Spud Gun. There is an actual song called Spud Gun by a band that I really like called Smile, from their album Maquis. That was back in 1994 for all you old heads. You can see that the damage on this one is a minuscule 838, accuracy 78%, reload time 2 seconds, 6 shots per second, 14 ammo on this one. You can see this one does have splash damage on it, and the red text says, I'm a hot little potato right now. And that's a reference from Zoolander. So what does this gun do? All right, well, using the firing range dummies, let's test this thing out. As you can see, your pretty simple Torg damage. There is no alt fire to, attach stickies, and I assume that this thing shoots out potatoes, but we don't have photo mode, so I can't check really to see, but it looks like they turn into french fries when it hits the ground. I don't think that's what that actually is supposed to be. It just kind of makes me think of french fries when you see those come out. But yeah, you can see the damage on this gun is just not that impressive, honestly. So it does definitely appear that these things are potatoes as they shoot out. So kind of a gimmick gun. I don't know that I would really use this for much of anything, to be honest with you guys. So using the Potato Thrower versus just basic enemies, and I can't even kill one. This gun's terrible, dude. This is such a terrible gun. All right, up next is the grenade mod dropped by this boss, and this one's called the Buoy. The one that I got here is a bullseye buoy. Your prefix might be different. The gold text on this one just says buoyant. And buoys are things that float out in the water to let people know not to go past a certain point, or that there's land nearby. I don't know what the hell buoys are for. Just stay away from them. And the red text says no wake zone. So this whole grenades gimmick is just, water stuff. You can see the damage on this one is 4,949. The cooldown 8 seconds, the radius 325, and this one has 4 charges, which is pretty nice. The one that I got has a 25% chance to deal critical hit damage, and they're always Ripper manufacturers, so they are teleport to their location kind of grenade. So what does this grenade do? Well, as you can see, this is one of those ones where you like kind of summon it and punch it toward your enemies. Now, what does it actually do? They just kind of float in place there until an enemy walks near them, and then they detonate and do damage. Now, the reason I get 2 with each one is because of my class one. So I'm actually going to just take that off and put on a generic one, so you can see it's actually just 1 grenade that you get out of this thing at any given time. And I got to be honest, this grenade is pretty disappointing if you ask me. So what if I put one directly on this enemy's face? Well, it will detonate immediately if you hit them instantly with this thing. You do also need to give a little bit of range, because there's a bit of splash damage involved here. So I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. This grenade mod is terrible. From all of my testing, I cannot seem to get this thing to do much of anything. All right, so let's take it into the Vault of Radix and see what we can do versus these enemies. They're going to be moving. They're going to be very powerful. So let's see if this can actually hurt. Well, I didn't expect that guy to spawn right in front of me. All right, so as you see, this guy just took 2 steps back and it refused to hurt him. Then he came forward and it didn't hurt him. So let's get it right on him. Wow, that's cool. It's not a good grenade mod at all. This guy's as close as it's gonna get. Yeah, that did nothing. I did nothing to that guy. This grenade mod is abysmal. Don't farm it. Don't ever use it if you get it. It's just terrible. Period. All right, so very clearly we need to avoid the buoy, we need to avoid the potato gun, but a gun that Voraxis drops that actually is pretty good is the Darkbeast. Is manufactured by Daedalus, and the gold text on this one says, parlay, bullets pierce enemies and have a 5% chance when hitting an enemy to cause an explosion that deals 2,632 damage. The red text says, okay, awesome. Now, I don't know what any of these references are about, so if you guys know, let me know in the comment section down below. This thing will always be corrosive, always, 100% of the time, always corrosive. It does consume 2 ammo per shot. It does have a crit damage multiplier of 33%. That's really nice. The base damage on this one, 683 times 2, accuracy 66%, reload time 3.5 seconds, fire rate 7.2 shots per second, which is a very good fire rate on this thing, and shots to overheat equals 34. One of the cool effects of this gun is that you will pierce through enemies. As you can see, we're hitting those guys behind that, so you can pierce enemies and your shots hit those guys back there. So even though they're really far back, I'm able to pierce through this guy and hit those guys back there. So let's see if I can show that off again here. We'll get this guy close, shoot through him, and you can see we hit that person back there. It's not the strongest SMG, not by a long shot obviously, but if you need something that's really good for like crowd controls where there's a lot of armored enemies, the Darkbeast is pretty good. So all in all, I would say Voraxis is an easy boss to skip unless they actually push out some buffs for these items. I mean, even the Darkbeast, I don't know that I would go through the effort of farming Voraxis just to get a Darkbeast. It is nice to have that armor ripping weapon, but I don't know that I would go through all this trouble just for that, when, you know, I could just use my chuck and, you know, kill things way faster. So yeah, that's my guide to Voraxis for you. Again, mostly a skippable boss. I would still go kill him at least once, so you'd have that area unlocked just in case maybe they do buff this group of items in some point in the future. All right guys, appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit subscribe, tap the bell icon for more, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.